Hello everyone and welcome to today's No FOMO Charts Stocks and Crypto YouTube video. Today is Sunday, June 8th, 2025. It's after 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome everyone. This is an investing and trading YouTube charts video. Let's start off with Bitcoin. Bitcoin, BTC USD. We are still in the medium-term uptrend. In the short term, we have printed a downtrend into June 2025. In the very short term, we have gotten stuck under the $106,000 Bitcoin price level. So this two candles, Thursday and Friday, are because of stock market volatility and downtrend continuation. We had a 4-hour oversold and lower Bollinger Band cross, and then we rebounded off of some good data on the next day on Friday. So for now, I'm watching to see if this candle pattern turns into a potential bearish evening star pattern. If that does, we need to see potentially bearish selling off with increased volume and possibly, like I said last time, possibly a small back test or a larger back test. What we need to see to maintain the uptrend is the actual higher low price reversal. So that has to look something like this, hold above 104,000, which is our strong support level, tested multiple times. We need to hold above that and then actually rally off of that support zone. So we have to establish the next level of support, higher low, and then try to get a trend change into the summer. That's something I'm watching out for. So bearish in the short term, in the long term, hopefully bullish. Now the macro risk that I'm watching out for is if, just in case, over the summer and into the fall, if stock market earnings are absolutely terrible in terms of very bad negative earnings and revenue because of the delayed effect on tariffs and sales, that could have a negative impact on Bitcoin still. So it's not all clear yet for Bitcoin and crypto. Let's buy S&P 500. We're still in this longer term uptrend since May 2025. We had just the past few days a resistance breakout. We just broke out above to tap 600. We have to look left for resistance targets. Now we are in the golden up cross, so that could signal a longer term bullish rally, but a higher low, higher high pattern of uptrends. We need to establish our wherever the highest is going to be and then have a pullback. Usually on the intraday, it gets extreme, gap up and something like this, and then we have a pullback, and then we test the lower 20 SMA. That hasn't happened for about 2 weeks now. Momentum has started to fade down on the MACD. This is what I'm saying in my idea on TradingView. If you look very closely, the signal line is still below. The blue line is still below the orange line. The MACD is still below the signal line, which indicates that the slowing down of momentum. So it's kind of mixed right now. We are not at any extreme on the daily, okay? In terms of the price, if it got really extreme crash, then we would probably have a stronger bounce. So the inverse is true. We are not at an extreme high yet. In terms of volatility, if we bring out the Bollinger Band or linear regression, that zone would be about 612 to 620 in my idea. That's the upside target before I think we're going to have another bigger pullback. But government news and announcements, corporate announcements, that could change everything. Last chart, Robinhood. So like I said on TradingView, Robinhood has had a great quarter. Their earnings, EPS, revenue, acquisition of Bitstamp news has just driven them to 2025 all-time highs. The only problem I'm seeing with this Robinhood daily chart is I'm seeing two shooting stars that I printed on the daily chart. It looks like somebody's already taking profit in the uptrend, but taking profit when it pierces outside of the upper Bollinger Band, that's solid algorithmic trading or solid systematic trading. And it's starting to show bearish divergence, bearish momentum. You can see in the MACD histogram it's starting to reverse down. In the weekly chart as well, we're starting to see the RSI setup happening. So this stock might not crash or pull back in one day. but it's starting to get into the upper zone where I'm going to get a little bit more concerned about a pullback. The pullback could be -4 to -8%, -4 to -8% based on ATR indicator. And so I'm not expecting an extreme crash like we had in tariffs, because that was, global emergency problem in terms of the psychology and in the immediate near term for investing. So I'm just anticipating at some point, especially if it gaps up to 80 to 85 and it gets really overextended, then the intraday will get overbought, and then we'll start to have the pullback. It could happen as well. So I need to monitor this. I'm just watching this right now with a little bit more bearish bias in the very short term. Thank you everyone for watching. The weekly watch list is in the comments below. And if you like this video, click subscribe, hit the like button, share it with your friends, and hope you have a nice week. See you next time.